Acharya, Satara Sati Shri Shrimad His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Radha Kundi Giri Govardhana Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dhama Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Dhama Ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Puri Dhama Ki Jai, Shri Dwarka Dhama Ki Jai, Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hari Bol. Welcome, my friends. Better do another Radha Madhava, I think. Time for that now. Radha Madhava, do you know the song? If you're at the end of your life, and there's only moments to live, you can do whatever you want. You can chant Hare Krishna, of course. Jaya Radha Madhava. Beautiful. You'll be right there in Vrindavan. And Radhe, Radhe, and Krishna. Jaya Rana Mana I have a talk for you prepared for today. I used to have my posters up in the halls. They just don't do that for me anymore. I don't know why. It's called attracting Krishna. How do we do that? I wonder. Now this is very meaningful to me, my friends, because it is my beloved Guru Prabhu. Because this was a lecture given by Srila Prabhupada himself on March 1st, 1977, in Mayapur, India. You know where Mayapur is? In Bengal. It's the birthplace of whom? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And at that time, I think they had built one big building. I'd been there the year before, but they built one big building. And the temple was down at the ground floor on the main building. I was at this talk, watching Prabhupada and listening to Prabhupada. Not 49 years ago. And that was my second trip to India. So yeah, this is very meaningful to me. Most of all of this is going to be Prabhupada, but I'm going to start with my own intro, if you don't mind. Attracting Krishna. How will you attract a friend? By becoming what? A friend. Correct? How will you attract a teacher? By becoming a student. How will you attract a student? By being a teacher who can teach a student. How will you attract a lover? By becoming a lover. How will you attract a husband? By becoming a wife. How will you attract a wife? By becoming a husband. How will you attract children? By becoming a parent. How will you attract a worker? By providing a job. How will you attract employees and customers? By being a businessman or woman. How will you attract sales and marketing people? By being a retailer. How you attract songs? By being a songwriter. And how will you attract Krishna? By becoming his devotee. Everything is connected, my friends. What do we seek? Mutually supportive relationships. Yeah? In exchange. The subject and the object. And there's an exchange. In all these ways I've mentioned, and many more that you know. So now, Prabhupada says, Bhakti means to serve Krishna without any ulterior motive. Yeah, look at Krishna, I don't mind serving you, I just want to know what I'm going to get out of it, okay? What's in it for me? No, that's not the way. Anya vilashita shunyam jnana karma jnanavritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhaktir uttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna favorably and without any desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. This is written by Rupa Goswami, Bhakti-Rasa Sambra's descendant. The next one, Sarvapadi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmanam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all of our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all the senses. Rishikesha. Rishika Isha, the Master of the senses, that is God. And how do we do that? By engaging our Rishikena, by engaging our senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from material designations, and one's senses are purified simply by being utilized in the service of the Lord. How do I purify myself? Use your senses for serving God. And over time, it will happen. That is also from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. Prabhupada says, there are so many other definitions, and if we have bhakti, love for Krishna, we don't require large amounts of money, positions of power, and the status of education or the performance of austerity. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yom me bhaktya prayachati. You know this one? Offer me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or some water. So you cannot say, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have this, you can have a leaf, you can pick a leaf, a flower. What is he asking for you? Is it too much? No, I think not. Prabhupada continues, Krishna does not require anything from us. But because we are all parts and parcels of Krishna, he wants everyone to cooperate with him. Why? Out of love. You have loved ones of various kinds, parents, sisters, brothers, children, friends. When does it work best? When we cooperate with each other, no? As opposed to when we conflict with each other. Okay, where did I go here? So that is Krishna's greatest aspiration, that we cooperate out of love. Example. What if your blood, or your lungs, or your legs, or your heart chose not to cooperate with your body? What's wrong with me? My heart's not cooperating. That's what it's not doing. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. The function that it's meant for. Same thing with Krishna. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing in relation to the one that created you? Or are you not? You know? Prabhupada continues. A father may be a very, very rich man. He doesn't require any help from his son, but he hopes that his son or his daughter will be obedient and express his love for the father and the family. Is that what we always hope? If we have children, anybody have children here? Besides me? And grandchildren? Mm-hmm. That is what satisfies the Father. If you claim to love someone and you do something which hurts them, that causes pain or betrayal, is that an expression of your love? I think not. Suppose you decide to conceive a child with your spouse. What is the purpose of conceiving the child? What are you hoping will happen by giving birth to this child? To love, honor, and cooperate with you. Or to disobey you, constantly argue with you, criticize you, or do the things that hurt you, or bring shame to your family. What do you think Krishna wants? Something different? Same. Mamai Vangsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Stan Indriyani, Prakriti Stani Karshati. Prabhupada would just roll these verses off one after another. I'm telling you, in case you were late here, I watched Prabhupada do this lecture back in March 1st, 1977. I was there listening to it. Prabhupada has an encyclopedic memory of verses in his head, and he just keeps rolling them off. So I'm including them all. What does this mean? It's Bhagavad-gita, chapter 15, text 7. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal, fragmented parts. We're all parts and parcel of God. We're fragments of the divine. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Do you struggle with your six senses, which include the mind? Anybody here, that never happens to you? And which of the five senses, and plus the mind, which is the launching pad for those senses, which one seems to bother you the most and you have most trouble with? I think the mind. What do you think? Is that reasonable? You know, I can make my fingers go like this. Now I've scratched that itch. No big problem with my fingers. They just do it. As soon as I tell them, as soon as I think it, it happens, right? The mind, no, not necessarily, right? Prabhupada continues, this is the purport to that verse. The living entity is the fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord eternally. Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Yeah? We are jivas, we are souls. Bhuta means being. Sanatana, eternal. We don't die. Oh, your body will die. Yeah, it'll get old and die, and you'll have to get a replacement. Or just get off the wheel of repeated birth and death. But we're eternal. It is not that he assumes individuality in his conditional life, and in his liberated state, he becomes one with the Lord. He merges into the energy of the Lord and loses his identity. This is so cool. This is so nice. So grand in Brahman. I'm sure it is. But there's a problem with that. He is an eternal fragment of God, it is clearly said, Sanatana. According to the Vedic version, the Supreme Lord manifests and expands himself in innumerable expansions, of which the primary expansions are called Vishnu Tattva. These are the different expansions or representations of God himself, such as Lord Rama, Nrsimhadev, Upendra. Who's Upendra? Do you know? Vamana, the dwarf. And the secondary expansions are called the living entities, us. In other words, the Vishnu Tattva is the personal expansion, and the Jiva Tattva, the living entities, are the separated expansions. Prabhupada continues, the separated expansions, the living entities, are the eternal servitors. Who gave you life? Who gave you individuality? Who gave you consciousness? Who gave you the senses and the mind? Do you owe anything to him? And we just said, thanks very much, dude. And on another occasion. No. Of course we do. As fragmental parts and parcels of the Lord, the living entities have also have fragmental portions of his quality. Oh, of which independence is one. How important is independence in your life, my friend? you are independently able to make decisions on your own behalf and do what you want to do. We have that independence, don't we? Especially if we live in a free country, and especially if we don't live in a communist country, for example. Every living entity as an individual soul has his personal individuality and a minute form of independence. It's minute. It's not like God. By misuse of that independence, one becomes a conditioned soul. Welcome to the party, my friends. We are all here by some kind of misuse of our independence. That's what he's saying. By misuse of that independence, one becomes a conditioned soul, and by proper use of independence, he remains eternally liberated, eternally free. In either case, he is qualitatively eternal, as is the Supreme Lord. He's still eternal. In his liberated state, when we become liberated, we're not liberated in this state, he is freed from this material condition, and he is under the engagement of transcendental service unto the Lord. In his conditioned state, he is dominated by the material modes of nature, and he forgets the transcendental service of the Lord. What are the modes of nature? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Tamas is the mode of ignorance, foolishness, mistaken identity, thinking it's all about me, I'm the most important person, and I don't care if you suffer. That's Tamas. Rajas is, oh, I just need this. Oh, I just need that. I need two of those and one of those. Then I'll be happy. Okay, you got them. You happy? Yeah, I'm happy for about 2 months. And then what? Well, then I had new desires come up. And when did all those desires end? Oh, they never ended. Just one after the other. That's Rajas. Then I'll be happy. Sattva, mode of goodness, compassion, empathy, understanding, kindness. Who I am here to serve. I'm here to make the world a better place. How can I do that? What can I do? What is my dharma? What is my life purpose? What contribution do I make that benefits everyone? So that who comes under the material modes of nature, he has to struggle very hard to maintain his existence in the material world. Prabhupada says, whatever talent you have, whatever little strength you have, whatever education you possess, in whatever position you are, you can serve Krishna. Everybody can serve on some level, at some degree. In India, elephants have been used to serve the deity in many of the big temples for thousands of years. True or false? Absolutely true. They're still there. Last time I was there, they were there. You know, when I was there fairly recent. I was there in January 2020 when COVID appeared, and I just got out in time and came back, and then everything was shut down. Or I'd still be there. Oh, maybe not. Cows serve the deity by providing milk products. We look upon cows very favorably here. Cows do not get a bad rap here. Okay? No. But cows who are injected with all kinds of antibiotics and various kinds of drugs and this, that, and the other, and hooked up to machines, and what do you call that? lactose, you become lactose intolerant. That's a little bit different. They're still cows. They're not treated the way they used to be treated. Okay. Hanuman was a Vanara. You know what a Vanara is? Vana Nara. Forest man. That's what it means. He's a forest man, right? You'd say, yeah, Hanuman's a monkey. Not exactly. He may look like a monkey. Hanuman was a scholar. He's extremely intelligent. And who was his father? Vayu, the demigod. You know, that's why he jumps over oceans, okay, my friends? When's the last time you jumped over an ocean? And then he had, his compatriots there, Vali and Sugriva. So Vali was the son of Indra, and Sugriva was the son of Surya. Did you know that? That's why they get all these amazing things, which they did. So, how did Hanuman serve Ram? He served Ram by finding Sita. Probably the most important thing he did. He did many things. And Jatayu, remember Jatayu, the bird? So he fought with Ravan, who was kidnapping Sita. He was in the middle of the kidnapping, and they were in the air. Ravan was very materially powerful, and he could fly in the sky without a machine. He didn't need a machine. Jatayu attacked him in order to save Sita, because Sita was calling out, help, 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 please. But Ravan overpowered Jatayu, and he was defeated when his wings were cut off. And he fell down to the ground. And shortly afterwards died. He stayed alive for a while. But that was his service. How important was that service? You could say, yeah, but he failed. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Did you try? Did you do your best? He risked his life. Right? Prabhupada says, never mind that he was defeated. Similarly, we have to fight circumstances and people who are sent by Maya, illusion. Even if we are defeated, we still must fight the good fight. What happened right at the beginning of Bhagavad-gita? When Arjuna, he says, oh, I can't fight, there's my bone arrows, they're on the floor of the chariot. I can't. Hey, Arjuna, let's wake up here. You have a duty. You do your duty. You don't know whether you win or lose. You still do your duty. Right? Defeat or Krishna sees our service, Prabhupada says. Victory or defeat depends on Krishna. But fighting sometimes must be there. Exercising our duty, our service must be there. Now, you know this verse, you remember the Mahabharata TV series in India many years ago? Yeah, remember. You've seen it. I've seen it a couple of times. Right at the beginning. Karmanyeva dikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma pala heturbur ma tisangos tvakarmani. That's the verse they chanted at the beginning of every episode. What does it say? You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. No matter what we do in this world, my friends, even if we do it for our own self-interest, we do not always know what the outcome will be. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail. If we succeed, we're happy. If we fail, we're not. Same thing when you work for Krishna. Same idea. We can't control that. We can only control what we do in our service, correct? And should never be attached to not doing your duty. Okay, Prabhupada says, that is the meaning. You have to work for Krishna sincerely and intelligently in victory or defeat. It does not matter. Another verse he quotes. Sabai pumso paro dharmo ito bhaktir adhokshaje ahaitu yapatiyata yayatma suprasidati. Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Verse 6. The supreme occupation or dharma for all humanity is that by which people can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. So beautiful. Loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. You mean any Lord, like any boss, any manager, any supervisor? No, that's not what I mean. That's not what this says. Unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Again, I'll give you that example. Unmotivated? Okay, Krishna, no problem. What's in it for me? Tell me what you're going to do if I do that. That's motivated. Why don't you just do it out of love? Okay. Prabhupada says, in any condition, your devotional service should not be stopped. That should be the principle, that we're not going to stop under any circumstances. And Krishna is prepared even to accept from you a flower, little water, etc. He doesn't say, give me very luxurious and palatable dishes, or the finest silk available. Does he say that? No. Leaf, flower, fruit. That is the real necessity. He says, then I'll be satisfied. No, the real necessity is bhakti. This is the real necessity. Give it with love. He doesn't need your leaf, your flower, your fruit, or water. He doesn't need it. What is he taking from it? The love, the bhakti. All right? There's 7 levels of love. You know them? Love of spouse, love of children, love of extended family, love of community or nation, love of humanity, including the animals, universal love, love of God. Which one of these 7 levels includes all the others? Only one does. Love of God. If you love God, you love everyone and everything. We don't care what your religion is. We don't care about this, that, or the other. You're welcome. You can take prasadam with us. Doesn't matter. We're all here together. That's the simple concept. And all this infighting, you know. I just saw this on YouTube. You know, Mr. Trump has decided he's going to invade Iran. Well, I lived in America for 23 years, so, you know, I know a little bit about it. My children are in America, because that's where they were born. And Mr. Trump, in America, how many presidents recently, in the last, 20 years, how many countries did America invade, tear apart, kill the ruler, and leave the thing upside down and in tatters? Yeah, how many times have they done that? Is it 6 per month? 7? 7, yeah. You know how many times Iran has started a war or invaded a country how many times in the last 100 years? 0. Iran's our greatest. So yeah, you got Netanyahu. Netanyahu is about as crazy as they come. The Zionist Jew. Yeah, they're going to blow us up any day now. Yeah, according to their past behavior. Oh yeah, I'd be terrified. Well, what are you referring to? And now, what's actually happening? The tables have been turned, my friends. Who's being taken to the wood house for a good whooping, as we say in America? Okay. Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanyash chashmi tatpataha tattomam tatpato gyatva vishite tad anantaram. Bhagavad-gita 18:55. One can understand me as I am, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter the kingdom of God. It's not hard to reach Krishna. It's not hard. It's not like, it's awe and reverence. In Christianity, in Islam, in Judaism, God will come and smite me down. Hellfire and brimstone. Oh my God. Is that the kind of God you think is good? That kind? Here, it's not that. It's the opposite. This is someone who loves you already. Sitting in your heart, waiting for you to go. Oh, where'd you come from? Oh, I've been here. All the time. Well, I didn't notice you. No, you're eating from the fruits of the tree here. You just haven't stopped yet. Oh, well, how many lifetimes have I had? Oh, Krishna says, well, I can't count that high. It's too many. I'm teasing. He could count that high. But there he is. Oh. Whoa. Well, this changes everything. Uh-huh. That's it. This changes everything. Okay. Therefore, we have to develop our bhakti, our love for Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised, prema pumarto mahan. You know what that means? Beautiful. It's 3 words. The ultimate goal in life is for all humans to reach Krishna prema, love of God. That's it. Mahan, the greatest artha, value or thing to achieve for means humans, is prema. Krishna prema. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service unfailingly in all circumstances at once transcends the modes of nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. What is Brahman? Tell me. One word, please.
God.
God. Spirit. Yeah.
The universe. Spirit.
Well, it's a bit beyond the universe.
God and the earth. God and the universe. Both simultaneously.
Yeah, but you see, Brahman is the first level of God realization. You know those? 3?
Yeah.
Brahman's the first level. But Brahman just generally means transcendence and spirituality. Yeah. I mean, it's a word that means a lot of things, in fairness. Okay. Oh, I'm almost done here. Well, it's a short one for you, friends. Yagyartat karmano yatra loko yam karma bandhana. Jai Panchatattva ki jai. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu must be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage here in the material world. Who is Vishnu? Vishnu is God. Vishnu means all-pervading. He's everywhere. What's the difference between Vishnu and Krishna? Nothing really. One has 4 arms and one has 2 arms. Vishnu is more the formal manifestation of the Godhead, and Krishna is more the familial, or the, Vishnu is Aishwarya, formal, and Krishna is Madhurya, intimate and loving. When you have a friend, oh, hi, how are you? How are you doing? How are things going for you? Oh, they're going well. Oh, okay, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. Yes, thank you. Is that how you talk with your friend? I think not. No, we're intimate. We're loving. We joke. We laugh. Right? We share food. It opens your heart. You have somebody who you love, who is close to you. What happens? What do you feel in your heart? Your heart goes whoosh. Doesn't it? What's better, tell me, than that feeling? Tell me something better that I don't know. There's nothing better. So if you're doing it at this level, and this level, this level, this level, that's fine. What about Krishna? Why don't you include him? No phones, thank you. Okay. I didn't finish this verse. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage, from negative karmic reaction. That's what will happen. You just feel like I missed a page or something. Okay. Freed from negative karmic reaction. If we're not free from negative karmic reaction, what happens to us? We come back. On the hamster wheel of samsara, it's printed right on the side, samsara. And there you are, with the hamster on the wheel. We're going, yeah, we're traveling. Where'd you go? Nowhere. But you're on it again. And what happened? Well, it ended in birth, death, old age, and disease. Again. Suffering. The way the world is going, my friends, I don't know what your opinion is of it. I don't think it's going very well. I think there's too many madmen spiking the water. Or maybe they're drinking spiked water. I don't know. Narcissism. You know what narcissism is? Of course you do. Well, Mr. Trump, he's a narcissist. Netanyahu, he's a narcissist. The thing about a narcissist is they're always right. That's one of their main qualities. They're never wrong. And when you point out to them, yeah, well, you did that, and you point out you did something you shouldn't have done, they will turn it all around and tell you why the whole thing was your fault from the start. That is a symptom of narcissism. You know? So, I hope none of you are engaged in that kind of behavior. I'm sure most of you, or none of you are. Okay. Prabhupada says, if your life is dedicated for yajna, for serving Krishna, then we are not responsible for the inevitable sinful activities we commit without knowing. We commit activities. We can step on ants or insects. We're not supposed to. You know the Jains, they wear a covering on their face, or they used to, I don't know about now. And there's so many little entities that we can't even see, microscopic, that we kill, seemingly. So, our life should be dedicated simply for Krishna consciousness, then we are safe. Otherwise, we must be entangled with so many reactions due to our activities and bound up in the repetition of birth and death. Mama prapya nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Bhagavad-gita 9:3. Those who lack faith in the spiritual path of bhakti cannot attain me. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. My friends, I cannot encourage you enough. Don't return to this world. Get out this lifetime. Best advice I can give you, because it's not going well here. Prabhupada, many years ago, I think it was 1975, he said, in your lifetime, this civilization will collapse. In our lifetime, Prabhupada, we were all in our 20s. In our lifetime? Yes. So you must get close to Krishna. Historically, any great civilization, I could say in Europe, the Romans, the Greeks, and there are many civilizations, they reached a peak, and what happened then? Down they went until they were no more. Is that true? Yeah. Correct? They never think winter is coming. But it is, in that sense. Yeah? And I think this is what's going to happen to the U.S. I think that's what's going to happen right now. And they peaked. Prabhupada says, the safest position is to always be engaged in Krishna consciousness. Then we make spiritual advancement and are saved from the reactions of sinful life. Bhakti is so nice that we can very easily get the favor of the Supreme Person. And if Krishna is pleased with you, then what remains? You will get everything. Yasmin bigate sarvam eva bigatum bhavati. Mundaka Upanishad. What does it mean? One who understands Krishna understands sarvam, everything. You remember when Akrura came to take Krishna and Balaram to Mathura for the wrestling, tournament? Krishna was 11 and Balaram was 12, and they were supposed to come and fight fully grown men, professional wrestlers in the big arena. And of course the wrestlers were told, you kill these two. That's all it is, you just kill them. Because the Kamsa had sent all of these demons, both male and female, and Krishna had dispatched them all as well, so they bowed around. So this is the big chance to get rid of them. Anyway, Akrura, their uncle, had come in a chariot to take them to Mathura. On the way, they stopped, and Akrura wanted to bathe in the Yamuna River. And that's what he did. And they said, we'll wait here for you. We'll stay in the chariot. Akrura went into the water, and he dove down, and he had this wonderful, wonderful vision of Vishnu lying on Sheshanag, and all the demigods and the sages and the Devis and the Devas were all offering their prayers, and it was just so wonderful. And then he came out of the water. Krishna looks at him and Krishna says, so, he says, what did you learn, Akura, while in the water? What did you see? And Akura says, I learned one who knows Krishna knows everything. One who sees Krishna has seen everything. That's what he learned. And then he took them to the wrestling tournament in Mathura. And what happened? Krishna and Balaram won the matches. All the big, strong wrestlers. They were killed. And then a bunch of them ran away. They didn't want to be the next ones to go. Then Krishna went up to the dais, and who did he grab? Kans. He was a bad guy, Kans. He had usurped the throne. Okay, almost done. Last statement. Prabhupada says, the easiest way to please Krishna doesn't require a lot of money or university education. Nothing of the sort. You simply have to open your heart. Oh Krishna, you are my Lord. You are my master eternally. I am your servant eternally. Let me be engaged in your service. How hard is it? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's that hard. Chant the mantra. O Krishna, O energy of Krishna, I am your servant. Somehow or other I have now fallen into this material condition. Kindly pick me up and engage me in service. And Chaitanya has quoted, well, in fact, he wrote this. Ainanda tanuja patitam kinkaram mam vishame bhavam buddhao. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching us, bhavam buddhao. This material world is just like a great ocean. And guess who's in that ocean? All of us. Jai, my Lord Chaitanya, we're just going over your verse there. Thank you. Thanks for that verse. And Prabhupada says, the material world is just like a great ocean. Bhava means the repetition of birth and death. And Ambudao means the sea, the ocean. So, we are struggling hard for existence in this material ocean. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ainanda tanuja patitam kinkaram mam. I am your servant eternally, my Lord. Somehow or other, I have fallen into this ocean and am struggling. Through your causeless mercy, please pick me up and take me home. That's it. Thank you for your kind attention. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Thank you.
In one of the places we mentioned, you quoted the verse that's about offering the results of your work. You offer the results of your work so that you don't be bound by it. And if you don't, then you will be bound by the work and your results. And how does that make Krishna attract to us? And how do we attract Krishna by doing that? Because all that's done is the motivation for that is that we don't want to be karmically bound by the world. But we haven't done anything to attract Krishna by doing just the duty alone.
You are offering everything you do to Krishna.
The motivation of not wanting to be bound. Yeah? No
Well,
wonder
you don't even have to worry about doing bad. You just offer everything to Krishna. And even if you're doing bad, you don't know you're doing bad, he's going to neutralize that. You know this verse? Excuse me. Om kayena vacha manasendriyarva buddhyatmanava prakrite sabhavat karomi yad yat sakalam parasmai Shri Govindayeti samarpayami. You know that verse? Shri Govindayeti samarpayami. I give unto Govinda samarpayami. I offer completely everything. That's the last line. First line, Om kayena, with my body, whatever I do with my body. Vacha, with my words. Manasa, with my mind. Indriyai, with my senses. And Indriyarva, buddhyat, with my intelligence. Atmana, with my soul. Prakrite svabhavat, very, very important. According to my nature, according to my God-given gifts, according to my dharma, my natural tendencies, abilities, proclivities, I offer it all to Krishna that I'm doing with all these parts of me. That's it. And you say, oh, well, I'll make a mistake. Or, yeah, well, of course you will. It doesn't matter. You've offered it. Krishna, I'm here. I'm doing everything for you. And forgive me if I make mistakes. Forgive me if sometimes my ego takes over. And it seems like I think I'm more important than everybody else. I'm sorry. Does that ever happen? Oh, yeah, it does. Less and less, I hope. It's a state of mind. It's a state of being. I meditate on Krishna all day. I don't sit down and meditate on Krishna all day. I just meditate on Krishna all day. I mean, I bang my hand and my knee. Krishna. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Krishna. That was better. I mean, I could have wrapped my car around the pole. But I'll take this. I'll take the knee. Thank you. I can limp away. Right? You don't really realize, we don't, to what extent Krishna is actually looking after us and preventing us from suffering to a far greater degree, or preventing us from making mistakes. Oh, I thought this would be a really good business deal. Well, maybe give you a lesser of the problems that could have occurred. You know? It's not easy getting through life, my friends. Do I need to tell you? So you have your good days. And then there's other days that aren't so good, right? We're humans. So unless you give it to Krishna. And you keep doing it and just thinking about it. In Bhakti, we are active. Our service is active. We don't just sit there and meditate. You can sit and meditate. It's a legitimate yoga system. There's nothing wrong with that. But how long can you last? Because we always want to be doing something. That's fine. You can do something. You just offer it to Krishna. It's the simplest method. And you can go on with your business. Right? Okay, my friends, any more questions? Yes, sir.
Do you think there's so you said like we're all kind of unless I mistook what you're saying, you said like we're all kind of, all religions are essentially, they're worshiping the same God, right?
Yeah.
So do you think like there's some like kind of greater efficacy or it's like more effective to worship Krishna in particular in order to reach the Godhead, or do you think?
Well, I'll answer this by asking you a question. Can you describe the Christian God for me? Please do.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
No, the God Father, God the Father. Can you describe him for me, please? What's he look like? Where does he live? What's he do?
But it's not meant to look like anything. It's meant to be there.
Oh, okay. Is he young, old?
Well, impossibly old.
He's impossibly old. He has no face, right? Doesn't look like any faceless.
Yeah, or but I think the point of Jesus, like
You heard?
in Christian theology, I think the point of Jesus is that he's meant to be like sort of like I think.
Jesus is the Son of God.
He's the Son of God, but
That's what they say.
He's the Son of God, but he's also God. Like it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, no, he's not also God.
Well, that's what they say anyway.
He does a few miracles, they say. He's the Son of God. Guess who are the other sons and daughters of God? Shall I introduce them to you? Because they're all sitting all around you. Huh? Yeah. Okay, now describe to me the Islamic God. Allahu Akbar. Tell me what he looks like.
Also invisible.
There's another one now. Can't put your finger on him. Can't see him. Can't talk to him. Closed for business. Now describe to me the Jewish God.
Also invisible.
Yeah, but he's a hellfire and brimstone. He's a God of revenge. I'll get you. Yeah, here's another guy. So how do you have a relationship with somebody who is nameless, faceless, odorless, colorless? Tell me a relationship you've had, even with an animal, your dog, your cat.
Well, I think, like I know you said you don't think Jesus is God, but like I think in Christian theology, like
I know they will cross over and say that. I know.
They say like Jesus is like an intermediary essentially. So it's like you can't really, like God the Father is impersonal, like so he is hard to reach. And so the whole point of Jesus, I think, is meant to be that he's like he's the guy you go to get to God the Father.
Yeah, well the most we know about God the Father in the Old Testament is what? He came in front of Moses, as a what? In what form? Tell me.
Fire.
Burning bush.
Bush.
Oh, this guy's on fire. And he gave him the 10 Commandments, the tablets. Yeah? And they must have been pretty hot. As I know, it's a bad joke. Okay. I think we better, anything else?
Right.
Does that make sense to you? With Krishna, we're having a relationship with a person. Krishna is not the only manifestation of God. There are all kinds of them.
Yeah.
In different times for different reasons.
Do you think different manifestations of God might work for different people?
Exactly true, my friend. That's why they have them all.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You see, all the ones I told you about, Christianity and Judaism and Islam, I'm not interested in those at all. I don't mind people worshiping them. I don't have a problem with that.
And you think it could be effective for those people to get to
It can be effective for the level that they're at, my friend. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
I grew up in a Catholic religion. I was an altar boy. I was on the altar. I learned Latin. I could chant all the Latin prayers. I served the priests. At age 10, I was going to become a priest. And then when I was 13, I was always close to the priests. They were old friends of mine, you know. At 13, I asked a philosophical question to the priest. And he turned to me and he said, "Son, that is a mystery of the faith." And I said to myself, yeah, okay, that may remain a mystery to you, Father, but it's not going to remain a mystery to me. I didn't say that to his face. And that's when I left the Catholic Church, age 13. Yeah, that answer doesn't work for me. I know there's more. So yeah, whatever level you're on, and you can find a manifestation of the Godhead at various levels. That's why we don't criticize, ever. Do not criticize people who follow certain religions, other religions. We do not criticize them. We do not put them down. We don't tell them they're wrong and this and that and we're right. We don't talk like that. That's how they talk.
Yeah.
We don't talk like that. This is not religion. This is spirituality. Religion is a relationship to dogma. Huh? If you don't believe what I believe, too bad for you, because we're all going to heaven and you're going to hell. That's religion. Spirituality is a relationship to God, to the person, to the Godhead. Religion is exclusive, it excludes people. Spirituality is inclusive. Everybody's included. We don't push anybody away. Oh, you're Islamic, you believe in Allah, but you want to come and chant? You come, sit down. Nasam prasadam, do some chanting. You're welcome here. Everybody's welcome. Real spirituality is all inclusive. What works better for you?
I mean, I actually, like, for the reason you mentioned, I prefer this to the Abrahamic religions because, like, they're so dogmatic and exclusive.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I don't want a relationship with dogma. Get me over the head again with that dogma, will you? Gee, that hurts. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that you're a very intelligent man, so I hope that is of some value to you, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Hare Krishna. We done?
Hare Krishna.
Okay, we have an Aarti? Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone. I think before Aarti we will have 2 questions by Prabhu.
Okay.
Last 2 questions. So will you come here?
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Haribol.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, that's okay, Prabhu.
I got delayed.
So, always good to see
I
you.
got delayed. It's all.
You turn it on. I turned it off, sorry.
Sorry, I'm late. I got delayed at home. But I ended up making it for the question time. But the 2 questions I'm going to ask you. The first one is, what is the name of the brother of Jatayu? Put your hand up.
The name of what?
The brother of Jatayu. What is his name?
Oh, Jatayu.
Yeah, Jatayu. Put your hand up, those who know it. I don't want to shouting match here now. Okay, who put hand up first, you or you? Okay, yes, please. Yes. Sampati. Thank you. First of all, now, there are 7 holy rivers in India. These 7 holy rivers are used every day. And in what relationship it is used every day? You mention it every day. The 7 holy rivers. You can name them first, and then you can tell me how it's used every day. Put your hands up if you have an answer. First, name the river and how it is used every day. If you put your hands up, you know it. Give me the names of the 7 rivers and how it is used by us every day. The names of the 7 rivers and what it's okay.
We had a hand up.
Very short.
Rivers, yeah.
Prabhu, I think you can ask the question without mic.
I can ask the question, right? Because
Yeah, you can.
yes, okay. Name the 7 rivers, the holy rivers of India, and we use that every day. We mention that every day. In what, when, and how, and in what relationship.
Prabhu has raised the hand first.
Prabhu.
You know all of them?
I think I will say the mantra, and that will be the rivers inside the mantra. We use this mantra to purify the water, so that we can clean ourselves with action. So.
I know you mentioned the 7 rivers, but
Yes, Ganga Chaya, Muna Chaiva, Godavari Sarasvati, Naman, Sisi, Kadirija.
there's one more thing. For those who have won the books, they have to read at least 1 page every day. And you have to make that promise. You can make the promise in front of all the people here, or to me. You have to read 1 page a day, every day. 1 page a day, every day.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Why they put it there because white. Why they put it there is because people might not see the Krishna.
Give a jayo, jayo, Gora Chande, Aarti Shobha. Give a jayo, Gora Chande, Aarti Shobha. Give a jayo, jayo, Gora Chande. Hare विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति Namaste Jaya Radha Govind, Radha Govind, Radha Govind, Jaya Radhe.
Viष्णupad Paramahans Parivrajan Hare Abhay Chandrin Kesi Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Viष्णupad Paramahans Parivrajan Hare Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityanand Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-Vrind ki Jai. राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, द्वारिका धाम की जय, गंगा माई यमुना माई तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय, वेद भक्त वृंद की जय, और प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga Prabhupada की जय.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. विनाशक नरसिंह देव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की
Hare Krishna everyone. I think now we can all head towards Prasad.
Downstairs in the Govinda section. Hare Krishna. We have a small Kirtan as well, so whoever wants to stay can just hang out for a few minutes. Just can go downstairs for the prasadam. Hare Krishna.
From where, man? Oh. Oh my God. He said that Narasimha Mataji came to me. From Singh. Yeah. Prabhu,
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्रीमद् भगवद गीता हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम
अरे कहाँ यहाँ वो कहाँ कोई जज नहीं करेगा कर लो
You done yet, bro?